Hi everyone, Movie 9 Minutes introduce a sci-fi action movie Transformers, Age of Extinction 2014. The film has special effects and very attractive fight scenes. There are also prehistoric dinosaur machines in the film. Okay, without much more talk, let's watch the movie together. 65 million years ago, an alien race came to Earth. They threw countless seeds on the Earth. They conducted a mechanization. All living things were turned into molten metal. 65 million years later, Darcy, who works for the company Extinction, found a dinosaur fossil buried deep under the ice. This could change history completely. Darcy then returned to Extinction headquarters and spoke to her boss John. The extinction of dinosaurs was not entirely due to the impact of meteors. Instead, they have been turned into metal. The metal mine their company is mining can be potentially dangerous, but John doesn't care about it. It turned out that he was aware of the rare metals exploited by Extinction is the basic element of creating Transformers. This is metal that can change its shape. It will turn into different objects as desired, and what surprised him even more was that Extinction was already using this deformed metal. They make their own Transformers, but after many testing their products always look like Megatron, far from the Optimus Prime image they expected. On the other side, the CIA's army was deployed. They are entering an abandoned passenger ship and found Ratchet, a medical Autobot. This Autobot has once fought side by side with humankind. Now he is a target of destruction by the CIA. It turned out that 5 years ago, war completely changed the world. The alliance between humanity and the Autobot has ended. The CIA is now using all their power to destroy the Autobot and Decepticons to eliminate potential dangers on the Earth. Although the robot Ratchet tried to escape, but he was still captured by Lockdown and mercilessly killed. Elsewhere, Optimus Prime was also wounded in a human attack and had to hide for a while. He turns into a broken truck to hide himself from attention, but an unknown inventor, Kate, accidentally discovered Optimus Prime. After learning that Optimus Prime has been betrayed by humans, then he decided to help Optimus Prime repairing his broken body. However, Kate's friend contacted the CIA. Very quickly, the CIA besieged Kate's house. Seeing bad guys pointing their guns at Kate and his daughter, his foolish friend realizes he has made a big mistake. Luckily, Optimus Prime was on the run up here to protect everyone. He rushed out at the right time and took down a lot of soldiers in the perimeter. After that, Kate's daughter's boyfriend saved everyone and ran away together. Shane is an auto racer, so they quickly escaped the CIA pursuit. But just as they were about to switch to Optimus Prime, Lockdown suddenly appeared. He threw a bomb at them, killing Kate's stupid friend. The rest of the people escaped, and the escape of Kate and his team made the CIA boss angry. It turned out that the US government was ignorant of the CIA's poaching and killing of Autobot. All of this is just a plot of the CIA boss. His real purpose was to help Lockdown capture Optimus Prime to get the seeds he wants. Elsewhere, Optimus Prime brought Kate and the rest to the Autobots' hideout, and to help the Autobots figure out why they were being hunted, Kate then used his expertise, showing the video that the drone recorded the Autobot massacre and they recognized the Extinction Company logo. So the group decided to go to Extinction Company to investigate. Using fake identities, Kate successfully entered the company and see an Autobot being melted. He quickly filmed the video and passed it to Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime, angered at human cruelty, he immediately led the Autobots into X's headquarters. They attacked the lab, destroyed everything there, and rescued little Zoot, who was being held captive. The CIA boss was so angry, he gave the order to John. He must by all means catch Optimus Prime. John hesitated for a moment, finally deciding to use the company's experimental transforming robot Galvatron. But that robot was out of control. He killed innocent people on the highway. Optimus Prime fought to stop the massacre of Galvatron, but when they are fighting hand to hand, Lockdown suddenly appeared with his ship. He attacked from behind, causing Optimus Prime to fall to the ground. Seeing the power of Lockdown, the CIA boss ordered to withdraw Galvatron. Lockdown moved forward and spoke to Optimus Prime. Their creator asked to bring back Optimus Prime. In his spaceship, Optimus Prime was dragged to the Night Fortress. They said the Autobots did not follow orders, so the creator wanted to capture all the Autobot Knights. Then Lockdown paid John his seed as promised. After the transaction is completed, the spacecraft prepares to leave Earth. The other Autobots with Kate and Shane sneaked into the spaceship. They disrupted the systems in it, anchored the spaceship to the buildings. When he saw the spacecraft stopped, Lockdown ordered his mechanical dogs to check for abnormal signs on the ship. Cade's group goes into an arsenal of weapons on board. He used these weapons to take down the guards on the ship. Then he and Shane found Tessa and escaped together. They ran to the anchor wire to go to the opposite building. Not long after, Lockdown's mechanical dogs arrived. The dogs picked the cable car. At this point, Bumblebee arrives in time. He defeated the robot dogs to save Cade's group. Then, Crosshairs flew a plane to pick them up and to get rid of the enemies chasing behind. Crosshairs parachuted out of the plane, suddenly quickly handle all enemy aircraft in the air. Cade and his party landed safely on the ground. At the same time, the Autobots on the spacecraft also found Optimus Prime and steer a small spaceship out of the mothership before disappearing. After that, everyone gathered. Optimus Prime told Cade that when fighting Galvatron, he senses Megatron's consciousness in his opponent. At this moment, the tiny robot Zooch also spoke the truth. It said he used the Decepticon's consciousness to develop the transformation of the robot Transformers. Megatron took advantage of this and secretly manipulated Xi to create a completely new body for him and instructed Xi step by step to find seeds. 65 million years ago, the creator used the seed for the process of mechanization, turning organic life on Earth into metallic elements to create Transformers. Megatron plans to rekindle the seed once again in the city, turning people into metal. Let him have enough metal to build his own army. Meanwhile, John was very happy to get the seeds. He intended to activate the seed on the Mongolian desert. In this way, he will have a large amount of deformed metal to produce. But now, Cade called to tell John everything, so he immediately went to the CIA's boss. Notice of postponement of seed activation, but the CIA did not want to postpone. He threatened John and continued to follow the plan. But now, Galvatron suddenly lost control. He takes control of all the robots in the company. Order all to find the seeds. John is under the help of Su Yiming, the chief executive officer of Xi China. Luckily she escapes and moves to a Hong Kong building to hide. Here they also encounter assassins searching in the building. Thanks to her, John finally successfully escaped. The Autobots also sailed the spacecraft to Hong Kong, get ready to pick John up and leave. But their actions were quickly discovered by Megatron. Then, he used rockets to fire the spacecraft. After the crash, Optimus Prime knew that the Autobots were clearly at a disadvantage. So to protect the seed, he went into the falling spaceship and unleashed the captive giant ancient Transformers. However, the legendary ancient knights did not want to obey Optimus Prime's orders. He can only use his fists to win them over. In the end, he successfully conquered these ancient and great creatures. The Autobots rode up on the ancient creatures to enter the city. At this point, Hound and Bumblebee in their battle with Megatron. They are nearly exhausted from ammunition. Fortunately, at the critical moment, Optimus Prime's mighty reinforcements arrived. The mechanical dinosaurs killed a lot of enemy troops in no time. The whole street was engulfed in flames. The robots controlled by Megatron on the battlefield are quickly destroyed, all thanks to the help of ancient dinosaur machines. Then John's men were about to hand over the seeds. The seed suddenly activates the location information. It turns out that Lockdown, after learning that Optimus Prime secretly escaped, he has returned. He opened the gate to suck everything on board. The force that sucks everything of metal onto the spaceship. Everything flew into the air. Even machine dinosaurs and robots could not resist that attraction. While being sucked up, Optimus Prime fired missiles at the gate, causing the spacecraft to explode. Everything escaped the force of gravity falling back. At that moment, Lockdown jumped out of the spaceship, rushed to fight with Optimus Prime. Cade let Optimus Prime fight alone. He is ready to assist at any time, but he was suddenly attacked. The CIA boss suddenly appeared preparing to kill Cade. At this time, Optimus Prime acted promptly to shoot down the CIA boss. But to save Cade, Optimus Prime was attacked by Lockdown. He was stabbed in the chest by Lockdown with a sword. In a very critical situation, Cade's group used a cable to pull Lockdown to the ground to create favorable conditions for Optimus Prime. They used the car to pull the sword out of Optimus Prime's chest. Then, Optimus got up and took the sword and jumped into the air from behind, slicing Lockdown in half. Megatron saw from afar that the war seemed to be coming to an end. He turned to leave and disappeared, waiting for the opportunity to take revenge. Meanwhile, the ancient mechanical dinosaurs wanted to return a free life back to their forests, and Optimus Prime has left Earth, bringing the seed flying into the vast universe to find his creator. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoy it, please like, subscribe to the channel and comment on your opinion below.